Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Wonder Woman Says.
One might even say it's a new edition. Get it?
Yeah.
Did you get it yet? Get it yet? Get it yet? Get it yet?
Yeah. I know before we get into, we got some news. Look like I'm about to be in another movie.
Again.
In the near future.
Yeah, the other one kind of went a little weird, but we found another one.
Yeah. All I got to say is, maybe one day I'll be seeing you, gal, cross from you on the actual big screen, not just watching you in the theater.
Yep, and then we can finally take down this little shrine.
Shrine?
Oh yeah, because you got the one Wonder Woman, the two Wonder Woman, three Wonder Woman, Whereas I have a perfectly normal shrine to Santa Marte.
Yeah, but you seem to got your own Power Rangers thing going too, so...
Yeah. I have one picture.
Yeah.
One, singular. And it's protected by Zog and Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Superman comic up there, so that breaks up the monotony a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, we got some more comics to review today.
No.
Yeah. I know Ant-Man about to have another new movie out real soon. They decided to give the Wasp her own solo series.
About damn time, too.
Yeah, I do like this cover though. Yeah, this cover is nice right here.
Is that like a photo, or does it just look like one?
It just looks like, well...
You're covering your face.
I know. Well, it might be an actual photo of a cosplayer. It looks extremely realistic. It might be. But then if it was, I think they'd credit her if it was an actual cosplayer.
Well, they'll probably do that on the inside of the comic, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks...
They do that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like they had Jay Justice as She-Hulk a couple times.
Yeah, because it don't look like no animation or nothing like that. Yeah. I know it's damn sure ain't from one of the movies either, so... Yeah. Yeah. I know we kind of start off telling how, or showing Hank in his laboratory. It's like a strange beam comes up to him during the experiment.
I don't like beans, except jelly beans.
This weird looking creature comes up and compels him to look at him.
It's Pizza the Hut.
Yeah. And then we see his daughter years later. The daughter kind of remembering how he died. You see the current Ant-Man trying to console her. Because I know it seems like it's been a whole lot of Ant-Mans in the comics by now.
Yep, there have been two.
Yeah, I think it might have been a third one too.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of lost count there. And she kind of...
To three?
Yeah, let's say I don't know much about Ant-Man.
How hard is it to count to three?
Oh, it ain't hard. It's like, I don't know much about Ant-Man like you do.
I don't know anything about Ant-Man, but I can count to three.
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can too. Yeah, I say I know it's been a lot of Ant-Mans throughout the years, it seems.
Yeah, three.
Oh, okay.
Some would call that a few.
Yeah. But yeah, she's like...
Goober.
She's recounting her origins. And like Ant-Man's just kind of telling her, I guess you say like how everything's, gonna be okay and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him credit no cosplayers, so I don't know. This might have... maybe it might have been, maybe it just might have been an extremely good drawing of a one or two. And then we see the present day. Seems like Jan and her friends trying to open a new bar for the Avengers.
Is it Janet or Hope?
Oh, it's Janet. Yeah, it's definitely Janet.
Okay, because I think she was the original Wasp.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But yeah, they're like trying to come up with a name for it. They finally settle on Avengers. They finally settle on the Avengers. Give me a few seconds.
Do 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 do.
Well, actually, it's on the next page. My bad. Yeah, he just talking about like how there's like a recent law too, like superheroes like outlawed in New York since the Kingpin became the mayor. Yeah,
Well, what's the name, damn you?
and they decided to settle on
I'm just gonna put the camera at your feet until you figure this out.
settle on the Avengers Lounge. Yeah, that's what the name they figured they settle on. And talking about also like how they got the whole place secure and like villain proof. Yeah. This ought to be an interesting development right here.
So wait, it's Janet who's setting it up, but it's also Janet who's the Wasp right now?
Yeah. She like kind of flying through the city. She gonna go visit his stepdaughter. They both the Wasp now. It's like two of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
But I'm watching you.
Okay. But yeah. She gets at this lab called the Girl Lab. It stands for Genius in Action Research Lab. It's like a STEM project for females.
Well, could have been worse. We know what girl usually stands for.
Yeah.
Guy in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like Jan and the stepdaughters kind of converse about things.
So that's hope, right?
Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, because I don't know the characters too well. Because like I said, I don't know much about Ant-Man at all. Actually, it's Nadia. Yeah, it's Nadia, yeah.
Oh wait, no. She just kept saying that that's her biological mother. It says so right there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even read this damn comic. How do I comprehend it better than you do?
Yeah.
You've been thinking about the boys again, haven't you?
Yeah. It turns out our stepdaughter's like looking for vengeance. But then like you start seeing like Jan's story like recounted here, how she was the partner to the original Ant-Man, which is her father. Yeah.
Wait, no. Janet Van Dyne was Hank Pym's wife.
But
So that would have to be Hope.
yeah, but this is Janet though in the comic, cause
I'm confused.
yeah, cause this is Janet in the comic, cause
Because Janet's the one who hangs out with She-Hulk.
yeah, cause it's definitely Janet, cause you know he calls her Jan, so it's definitely gotta be her.
Mm.
Yeah.
But so wait, did Hank Pym marry his daughter?
No, I mean, they don't say nothing about them being married.
Because yeah, that's why Hank Pym's not Ant-Man anymore, because he became a wife-beating drunk, and then Scott Lang took over.
Yeah. They don't really mention Scott in this book, though. Like, I know we kind of in a different timeline, too, because, you know.
Oh yeah, but you know the whole thing with Scott taking over at least happened in the comics too. That's why he's in the movies.
Yeah, you right. Yeah. Because I know this kind of showing us, like, things from the past here. Then, turns out a villain interrupts the proceedings. Actually, Jan's kind of real familiar with them, too. Turns out he was, like, stalking her in the past, though he was in love with her. But he couldn't take no for an answer. I ain't gonna go any further, because you know this is too much kind of set in the same place. And go any further, like kind of spoil the whole thing.
Whoever came up with the continuity for this series needs to be karate chopped in the dick.
Like I said, I don't know much about Ant-Man. I know we reviewed the Ant-Man comic last year on this very show.
Mhm.
I didn't see none of the movies yet. I know we're gonna see the third one when it comes out. But I mean, I guess for what it was, I guess it was an interesting read. I probably give it about a 7.
But this is like trying to figure out the chronology of the Karate Kid movies.
Oh, it was pretty. I'll say the Karate Kid chronology pretty straightforward.
Well, yeah, but in the second movie, they go to Okinawa for his 20th birthday, but in the third movie, he's still under 18 and can compete in the All Valley.
Yeah, I did miss that. Yeah, you got a point there. But it kind of
That's why it's so weird that the show keeps bringing up the third movie.
Some tell me the movies were released out of order too. Got all the evidence for it.
Like what?
Like I said, 2 and 3 seemed like 3 was meant to be 2, 2 was meant to be 3.
But 2 opens right after 1 ends.
Yeah, but this would make more sense. Like, if 3 were 2, 2 were 3, but it's much too late for that.
And that's not even taking it into account the fact that, like, okay, so Leprechaun 5 takes place before Leprechaun 1, or rather between Leprechaun 1 and 2, but then Leprechaun 6 has to take place right after 5, which would be between 2 and 3, except he was imprisoned in the hood the whole year, and then he went into space.
Yeah, Leprechaun don't really got no continuity at all. It's like kind of a bunch of standalone adventures almost. Actually, because In the Hood had connection to 3, because In the Hood opened in Vegas. That's what it was for part 3.
So yeah, 5 is between 2 and 3, but then between 5 and 3, he was trapped in the hood for a whole year, and then that's where 6 comes in. But then he went into space at some point.
But in the wrestling, none of the other sequels even mentioned part 1. Like none up until Origins, but that's like we getting way off track now.
Well,
yeah.
What's important is that the leprechaun stands for the 4 tenets of St. Patrick's Day. I like to fuck.
Yeah, well, we got another start to a different series from 1985. I want to say it's the Firestar miniseries.
Not to be confused with Firestarter, which I'm surprised didn't get a miniseries.
Yeah, well, actually, she debuted in the X-Men comic before. It's like 2 years earlier, I think. Because this comic book actually supposed to take place before that. But she actually debuted on Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. I was about to say, didn't she used to hang out with him and Iceman?
Yeah.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Yeah, that's where she came first.
So she's kind of like Marvel's Harley Quinn in a way.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
In that she debuted in a cartoon and became a comic book character.
Yeah. I know we kind of open with like her grandmother telling her how she's special because she got like an M on her hand.
I have an M on my hand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would take the stupid gauntlets off, you probably do too.
Oh yeah, we all do, but that's the least of this story's concerned.
If it was between my eyebrows, it would be the mark of Muhammad.
Yeah. But I know they're kind of trying to console her because she's about to go to yet another school as a new student. Well, she's starting the morning off right. She's in kind of high spirits, got high hopes. She arrives at the high school not too long after she starts attracting the eye of some girls that don't like the way she looks.
But looks like Butchie there has got a thing for her.
Yeah.
Ooh, Transformers and Quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of vintage advertisements.
Oh wait, no, it's the GoBots. I don't care what anyone says, the GoBots had a better theme song.
I don't even remember the GoBots like that.
The GoBots, the GoBots. That's all they needed. None of that robots in disguise kind of bullshit.
And then the girls that had a problem with Angelica, aka Firestar, they like kind of after this jock right here.
Why does he look like Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch?
It's probably intentional. I know the Brady Bunch is probably really in syndication by this point. Probably was attracting a new generation of viewers.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, the movie came a decade later, so yeah.
A little more than a decade, actually, like 15 years.
Well, it came
What?
out
Well,
nine.
what? Well, oh, I thought you said this was like earlier in the 80s, so
Yeah,
90, like 96, 97, or somewhere in there.
yeah, this 85, so yeah. But yeah, it actually surprised me the Jock tried to go and console Angelica. And try to kind of, make her feel welcome.
I mean, she can always get cast in that Captain America musical.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's the second comic we reviewed from back then that had this advertisement.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, and this is the first time I'm noticing that they're specifically looking for a girl part.
Yeah.
Even though, like, the presumed comic book audience at the time didn't have a lot of those.
Nah, because I know books like this unfortunately sold very poorly back then.
You're covering up the cover, I can't see it.
Yeah, like I was saying, these kind of books usually didn't last back then.
Actually, wasn't the last thing where we saw the Captain America thing, the thing from the thing, where we, wasn't that also a girl book?
I don't know, because, like I said, we reviewed quite a bit of books from this time period, so.
Well, it would have been like last week, wouldn't it? What did we do last week?
Maybe about a month ago. I know last week we did the, I'm trying to think.
I don't watch this show, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because I got banned from YouTube.
It's funny. I already forgot it, though. Maybe it come to me for the end of this show.
This is what happens.
Meanwhile, we see like the Hellfire Club kind of. Actually, no, this ain't the Hellfire Club. My bad. It do come later in this story. Actually, this is the Xavier School right here.
I don't know who that is, but I dig her look. If they'd given her green hair, she could be one of the Misfits.
Actually, I think that's Kitty Pryde.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Kitty's looking kind of fun. She was always my favorite.
yeah, it's like Kitty Pryde. He's kind of getting something from Professor X. Yeah.
Still can't believe Elliot Page played her in the movies. Boo.
Yeah. I ain't even see it that far. I didn't know about it, but hey. Meanwhile, there's another school out there. Like the lady here got like a identity that nobody really knows her for.
Yeah, it's Emma Frost.
Yeah.
She was the one who started fucking Cyclops after the Phoenix died.
Yeah. Like she's heading to her lair, I guess you could call it. They're in search for another new mutant.
In search of.
They're in search of another new mutant. They're trying to beat Xavier to it.
I mean, if she wants a new mutant, then she could just go to her local comic book stand every other week.
Yeah, I can see what you did there.
Nah.
Well, back in Angelica's school, they're in class. She kind of caught off guard by the history lesson because they ain't do that at her school. What they teaching on?
But what are they teaching on?
Oh, they teaching on the Treaty of
Versailles.
Versailles. Yeah, I ain't too good with them French names.
Or the English names, for that matter.
Oh, come on. But yeah, the girls catch wind of this. They think she dumb because she missed out on it. She overhears and she start getting mad too. And we start kind of getting the first glimpse of her powers too. She don't see it yet though. You see her hand kind of light up.
Ooh, boiling chocolate milk in the face.
Yeah.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah. Yeah, because she accidentally make it go to the teachers. Of course, that doesn't sit well with him at all.
Well, not many mutants have the ability to control milk.
Yeah, they pretty much ordered to detention for that. Then meanwhile, Emma Frost kind of watching her too, noticing her powers.
Wait a minute, this is exactly the same way that Tekken Blood Vengeance starts.
Oh, really? But then it's like, they like have some kind of contest here, like who could build the biggest ice sculpture. But like the girls that have been bothering her, noticing that she in the contest too. They like making fun of her, thinking this is all she got time to do. Cause they think she don't got no life.
You're going to have to move on or I'm going to start singing.
Why?
Oh, let's build a snowman. We can make him our best friend. We could name him Bob, or we could name him Beowulf Snowman.
But then that jock that them girls like come over to Angelica instead. Cause he's interested in what she's building. That really angers them girls then. And she figuring like Angelica's stealing her man from her. And they plot to get her for that too. Must say this is playing out like a lot of the high school movies of its day. This comic book is so far. Yeah. Playing out like a lot of one of the John Hughes stories.
Yep, only with less racism, I would think.
Yeah. I know she come back to school the next day. She finds out her ice sculpture's been ruined. Obviously the girls did it though. Even though saying she can't prove it, that really enrages her too. Then she start trying to tell the girls how she's special. They think, you know, everybody has an M on their hand, so they start like pretty much low-key saying they think she's slow. That really make her sad too.
So they're kind of going the Carrie route with this.
Yeah, this one we really start seeing her powers. Then it's like in a fit of anger, she like melts all the sculptures with her powers. Then the jock that's kind of on the side comes and notices all the sculptures are suddenly gone. And she like saying like she don't know what's going on. She just runs away. But then meanwhile, like she tries to call home, but she melts the phone with her hand. She start really figuring something strange is going on here. But Emma Frost is watching all this with pleasure too.
Yep, it's something strange.
Yeah.
It don't look good.
Yeah. Emma Frost making her plans to recruit her.
Now I wonder who she's gonna call.
Yeah, I get that. But then Angelica rushes home and find out her grandmother pretty much passed away while she was gone. And later on at the funeral, she started trying to tell her dad like something's up with her. Then finally see her melt the ice around her completely. Her father starts to finally notice, something's really going on with the daughter. And he's freaked out too. Later, Angelica gets a visit. Happens to be Emma Frost.
And this Nightcrawler.
Yeah. And Emma starts telling her how, she's something very special. She wants to take her to a school where people are just like her. And like Angelica, she's like pretty much in a state of being an outsider, so she pretty much taking the first like chance of comfort she can get at this point, not knowing what lurks ahead. So she goes with Emma. Meanwhile, Professor X tried to get to her, but they were too late.
And it's always nice to see these early appearances of Nightcrawler before he became the Pope.
Yeah, they like leaving on a cliffhanger. As she like walks out the door with Emma. They, I guess you say, trying to plan how they gonna try to rescue her.
Rescue her from her own freely made decisions? Man, am I right?
Yeah, I will say it's a pretty good first issue to this miniseries. It seemed like Marvel was doing a whole lot of these back then. Like, I guess you say trying to either introduce new characters or prime them for eventual like ongoing series. I don't think Firestar ever got her own ongoing series. She was always tagging along with other people. Like, I know she was with the New Warriors for a while.
Well, no wonder she never got her own series. The cover clearly promises us Lex Luthor, and he's never in it.
Well, I know Professor X and Lex look a lot alike.
X and Lex?
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah.
I started picking up your pronunciation, Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
It's Luther, like Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Or Luther Burgers. I'm gonna make you eat a Luther burger.
Yeah.
But you don't like onions, though.
Hell no, I don't like no onions.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll leave the onions off, and it'll just be 2 Krispy Kreme donuts and a burger.
I don't know about all the donuts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get the unglazed kind, it's fine.
But yeah, I'm on the fence between the 3.5 and the 4. I know, like, the story's kind of riddled with a lot of 80s high school movie cliches, but, I know Angelica's a teenager here, so.
So, like 3.5?
Yeah, but it's worth reading. It's pretty cheap. It ain't really worth nothing, so you should be able to find it easy.
Well, I mean, they say that about us, too.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we gave that one a number.
Oh, yeah, I did. It was a 7.
I don't remember you saying 7.
I don't know. I don't think you were paying attention, so.
I rarely do.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I give this one a 3.5. It's like, it's worth checking out if you happen to like the character. I mean, I think Firestar was kind of underused for many years. And she got potential, but I feel like Marvel never really explored it too much. Yeah, because it seemed like she never allowed to stand on her own 2 feet very much.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they never tried pairing her up with Spider-Man.
They probably did at some point in the 80s or early 90s for like an issue, probably as a guest star.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have some of everybody pass through Spider-Man's books back then.
And Wolverine passing through everyone else's.
Yeah, actually Wolverine, I think, makes an appearance later on in this very mini-series. But yeah, it's kind of, everybody was trying to court her, pretty much it's like she was a free agent, like opposing teams trying to take her.
So, LeBron, basically.
If you want to call it something like that, yeah. That's pretty much the situation here.
Or when they tried to get DDP to join the NWO.
Yeah, this is kind of like that too. Yeah. But yeah, this is worth the read. Let's see, like, I guess you're an X-Men aficionado that tend to want to have everything associated with it. Yeah, you can add this to your collection. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for the next episode yet, but I appreciate y'all still tuning in.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm just going to poke you.
Okay. Yeah, you notice I'm wearing the boots too this time with the costume. Yeah.
Yep, normally she's got the bare feetsies.
Yeah. But yeah, after this, I'm going to head off the bed. I got some things to do in the morning. I know you got some things to do in the afternoon, like go to work. Actually, both of us got to do that.
Yes, it sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can you do? But yeah, we about to sign out for the evening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and pretty much, keep sharing on social media. But thanks for the support. We'll see you next episode.
Love, peace, chicken grease, and we out.